Hey everybody, this is Lostin. We're going to be covering the Volkswagen Brasilia today. Strap on in. Let's go. The Brasilia got its name from the capital of Brazil, Brasilia. Beautiful city. The Brasilia, along with such icons as the SP2, were among the first VWs to be assembled outside of Wolfsburg, Germany. The then legendary president of Volkswagen do Brasil, a Senior Dr. Rudolf Lending. We covered this gentleman, the SP2. Good story. Check it out after this if you haven't already clicked on it. Senior Rudolf Lending was inspired by the challenges that the SP2 project brought to Volkswagen do Brasil. He challenged the Volkswagen engineers to come up with a suitable replacement to the Volkswagen Fusca.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Known also in North America as the Beetle. He had three criteria that he put forth to his engineers. 1. It must have more space. Utilize existing mechanics. 3. The new vehicle should look more contemporary. Thumbs up all the way around. Get cracking.
V-dub, holding it down on the engineering tip, y'all.
It almost was a minivan. Pink Constelli, the genius designer of the SP2, almost turned it into a minivan, anticipating the minivan release by over a decade. This guy was brilliant. The first drawing showed a vehicle with a very advanced windshield. I mean, look at this thing. It's just like a little Star Trek space shuttle. After a series of prototypes, Jose Martins and Pink Castelli put forth the accepted prototype. This concept of what the final model would be was really embraced by Volkswagen do Brasil. Very similar to a mini variant with a very modernized front end. It was actually 2 centimeters smaller than the Beetle. Same wheelbase and greater internal space. A very large windshield, a nice boot, and a rear hatch. The regular lineage of the design of the body had smooth and balanced line, and this was a very innovative look at the time. And you know, this design was really astonishing for its large passenger space. This was really unique and a new novelty to the Brazilian automotive market. There was really not too much like it out there at the time other than the Volkswagen variant and some other vehicles that I'm not too sure on when they were released. June 1973, the official release of the Brasilia was made to the public. 1 month after its main competitor, the Chevrolet Chevette. It's a baby muscle car! It's a baby muscle car! Although it was very similar to another Volkswagen model, the Volkswagen variant. But unlike the Beetle, who was at this time being sold with the 1300 motor, the new vehicle was sold with the 1600. Pequeño power, but it's power. The 1973 Brasilia's 1600 had a single barrel, 30mm Solex carburetor. That's a little restricted. That really only generated about 60 horsepower. And this was a major letdown to the Brasileiros. They wanted something with a little bit more oomph in the seat. And, you know, also a little economy to it.
Swimming in it! I love to dive around in it like a porpoise and burrow through it like a...
Ah! It's not a liquid!
Volkswagen was accommodated, and shortly after that was the release of the 1600 with dual barrel 32mm carburetor, released in 1976. More power, pequeño power, but again, it's more power. had 65 HP. That's 5 more HP than you had before. Would you like 5 less or 5 more? I'll take 5 more, sir. Thank you. Moving forward, this was the engine for the Brasilia. There was a 1300 engine that was launched for this, but it was a alcohol engine, and due to high fuel consumption and lower power, because when you burn alcohol, you don't get the oomph you do from gasoline. The 1300 alcohol engine was a flop. With the 1600 remaining as the dominant motor. The first releases of the Brasilia's interior were simple. Vinyl covered seats, vinyl covered floor. Actually pretty cool because you can clean it real good. It was quite pleasant, simple, but well built. 1977 saw an upgrade. Monochrome. More luxurious. Monochrome. Known as the monochrome finish. This finish was available in black and brown colors. With a remodel of the interior, with headlining, door cards, seats, it even had carpet. And it was all colored matched. It all had this cohesive pattern going on in the inside rather than black vinyl. 1978, the Brasilia received its first loft. The changes, however, were discreet, and that might be somewhat of an understatement. The bumpers were made to be more robust with plastic rounded corners. The hood was given two longitudinal creases rather than the original one that went down the center of the hood. The taillights received a more strident look to them. However, some aspects of the vehicle, many aspects of the vehicle, were left unchanged. 1979 saw the release of the LS version. This was the most luxurious release of the Brasilia, offering headrest comfort, such as elegant external features, side friezes, that's the little decor at the top, you know, that little line or bar at the top. Little rubberized pieces for the bumper, and it also sported new metallic colors. Upgrade! There was also a 4-door version, and in Europe, the rear hatch counts as a door, so 5 doors. This 4-door version was only locally sold after 1978 as the 1979 model, and mainly just for taxis, fleet vehicles. Due to the rejection of Brazilians for 4-door cars, the reason 4-door cars were rejected here in Brazil is they were seen as not safe. Little kids could fall out the side, or somebody could run in and open up your back door. So they were a safety concern down here. Other than Brazil, Mexico was the only other country to manufacture this little car, but they only manufactured the 2-door sedan. Many custom coach builders here in Brazil seek the Brazilian platform as a base to build their sweet little dream. You know, when I first moved here to Brasilia, the Brasilia was one of the first vehicles I saw. It really took my breath away. I loved the little thing. I absolutely fell in love with it at that moment. You go to some car shows here in Brazil and you're going to see some really nice Brasilias. Anything from classic to tunadled to being stanced. Man, goodness, they shoot the whole gambit down here. It's really a beloved car. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on this Lost In. If you like what we do, give us a thumbs up and share this with your primo. Consider leaving us a super thanks. Remember, everything you leave us is going to go straight back to saving some little poor car. So until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Até a próxima. Ciao, ciao.